Lady D Denise Gomez, and I have exciting interview segments and features inside the zone. For recording artists, you can sing? Well, Inside the Zone, second Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. is for you. Writers, share your story now, man, in From the Author Zone on third Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Male Zone has unbelievably juicy stories of love, heartbreak, and triumph. 7 p.m. has never been this good. On Mondays, it's news, talk, engaging features at 7 in the Monday Drive. And Center Stage has everyone talking on Thursdays. Be a part of the show. Email me insidethezone@gmail.com or call me 914-304-2592. For 2 days, the 5 o'clock hour is hot on Fit FM 96.7, www.fitfmja.com. Your life, your music with Lady D Denise Gomez inside the zone. Catch me on Monday at 5 p.m. for the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. And on Friday, yes, at 5 p.m. for Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. From abroad to yard, Trelawney. Some people have big dreams of experiencing exquisite dining, breakfast by the beach, and relaxing at that infamous resort on the island where they were born, and they choose to live with their families. As a matter of fact, tourists travel to the island daily and enjoy what the island's out on. They work hard and pay taxes, yet feel these privileges are for an elite group. It's about time you became a tourist in your own country. As Satideh Mawnin brings, home make me talk.
Well, it's another Satideh morning, and we are here live with the show that everyone is now talking about. Believe you me, people have been sending me little notes. They may not come into the chat room, but they are there, and we'd like to say morning. It's a good thing. Welcome. Max.
Yes. I'm here, present teacher.
Roll call. It's so good to see you, Maxie. The other day you were not so well at all. The flu was
No.
beating you, but you're here.
Yes, it had me away, but thank God I'm here. I'm feeling much better.
Yeah,
Thanks to all my friends on social media who sent out remedies and prayers and all the rest of it. Thank you so much. I appreciate.
Oh my goodness. So we'd like to welcome you to the program this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, come in from near and far. We welcome you. And just to let you know that Sharns and Jackie will be joining us in a few minutes. We're busy people, so when we're here, we're so glad because sometimes we have to do what we have to do. And even if we have to do what we have to do, we have something for you. Agreed, Max?
Absolutely, always.
We don't leave them hanging. I hope everyone had a good week. It may have been one of those challenging week for you, or it was just a week where you sailed and it was just nice. Whatever it was, we still give thanks because we're here.
Absolutely.
So many drama happen all over the place, and we still have our minds, we are
and our faculties together.
Man,
Yes.
so we're not seeing P and call it Q. We are doing fine. So for that, we're grateful. Andrea, good morning. Drea, Vero, good morning to you. And don't forget to share the link with someone you know and have them come on over and come chat with me because this morning we're talking about tourists in your own country. Now, this is a topic that a lot of people will respond to, and there are those who will not respond. You know why, Max? Because if you're Jamaican and you reside in Jamaica,
Mm-hmm.
that's your home,
Right.
you
So you don't see yourself as a tourist.
as a tourist, and not even so much. Now, here comes the lady with the cup. Yeah, with hair
Good
flow.
morning.
Good morning, welcome tourist.
Did somebody say tourist?
Yeah.
Of course I did.
Yes, ma'am, we
With
did.
me mug of coffee. Good
Uh,
morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning, morning, Sharon. So good to see
Morning.
you. How was your week?
It was good. It was good. I was missing the sun. The
Mm,
sun took a break for 11 days.
hmm. Oh, you
But
counted.
thankfully it's out now. So even if I can't feel it, I'm grateful to be able to see it.
That's right. That's true. I didn't even
Absolutely.
count. I didn't even count. You
I
know.
was counting, man. I was counting. 11 days, no sun.
Mm-mm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Well, hey, we're
Oh,
grateful. So the coffee tastes good. What brand? Not that we're promoting anyone's brand. This one.
Oh, it's Blue Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
But I put cinnamon sugar in it.
Oh,
So
okay.
it gives it a cinnamony flavor. It's not sweet, but it gives a
Yes.
cinnamon flavor. You know, everything have a twist these days. Even
Yes,
mushroom gone in a
yes.
coffee now.
yes.
Lord,
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a good old Blue Mountain.
Yes. So we'd like to
good.
say, good to see you, loving to hear it a flow.
As
Yeah.
usual,
You
Lord.
are indeed the
Listen,
tourist.
you see my roses? I'm
Yes.
channeling Valentine's, you know.
Okay. That's coming
And
up
you're
Yes.
channeling tourist,
shortly.
so yes.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Plus, remember, well, we missed the day. Yesterday was National Wear Red Day.
Oh, okay.
Max, I thought of you
Was
because
it?
I know it's your favorite color.
That's my favorite color. And I never had
Mhm.
I
anybody said it,
know.
I never even know.
Yeah, yesterday was National Wear Red Day for uh what do you call it now? Heart awareness.
Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so
So
we missed the day, but anyway, we're there.
yeah, we still mention it, so we're there for true. So, want to say good morning, Cher. Cher, can I come by later? Morning to you. Good to see you. All right. So we introduced the topic. We went through our, you know, promos and so on, and I was saying that so we are Jamaicans, and there are other people from other countries, and there are people who have chosen rather to remain in their country. They may take their vacation here and there and so on, but they've chose to stay a yard wherever yard is. And there are those who are privileged enough to be enjoying the luxurious side of life. So it's whether
Mm-hmm.
take some a weekend off at a resort,
Mm-hmm.
at Airbnb, whatever it is, they do so. And then you have those who they work hard, take care of their families and so on, but somehow the money can't seem to stretch to do that because if they maybe go by themselves, then they're gonna leave their family. So many the logistics is a whole lot to work out. So they don't get to experience, they see it on TV, they read the news, all of that, and they see all the glitz and glam, but they don't have that experience. And then there are those now who when they do go to some of these luxurious places, they are either given the shoulder, like, or the frown, um, you know, how you can afford to be here.
And you
So
leave it.
there is that, right? You go for check-in and they might ask if you're coming in from wherever, and you're like, no, right here. And so, and so
Right up the
and
road.
right up the road. And then there are those people who they're literally shoved aside, like you can't gain access to certain
Right.
parts of these properties and so on. Now, again, everything within reason, because um, their tourism is promoted across the world, and property owners ensure that they maintain their standards, and they don't want to have people here who will disrupt. And I'm not only talking about locals now, because that goes across the board. If
Mm-hmm.
somebody from overseas, a tourist, comes in and there is some untoward kind of, carryings on, they have to deal with it just the same. But the rhetoric
Absolutely.
out there is that, and when I say out there, not in Jamaica predominantly, but what is being said when a lot of people who are considered locals go to these places, they're not treated the same. So they feel like they really can be a tourist in their own country. And so we say, all right, so if you're working your money, you should always be taking a trip when you can simply pay a little gas and go down the road and enjoy yourself
And support your own country.
and support the businesses in your country, rather than taking
Mhm.
the money out and going to have to pay somebody overseas to make you stay at them place to feel like you're worthy. So that's really um what we're discussing this morning, because people are over it. And we've seen videos come out where people are having verbal clashes with owners, whether
Yes.
it's in a beach or inside of a lobby, or something going on with the local people. And how can and then we offer good service. So it's not that, because some of these places, you hear how well they are. You feel like you're not really in Jamaica when you're there. You know, the spread,
Yes.
the geographical layout of the properties and so on. It's just so nice. So, what say you, ladies? And we invite our audience. Yes, ma'am, Sherry says. Okay, Sherry. So, we invite the audience to, share what do you think. And we really want to get into the meat of the matter. We'd like to say welcome to the promising nurse.
Nursing.
Yeah, happened this morning though. I love your colors.
Yes.
Girls, I tell you, I have
Mm,
been.
You
I can't even tell you what's been happening to me. I have finals coming up.
right.
I have finals coming up next week. I was up until late last night, and I haven't been feeling the best, because I think all this is driving up my blood pressure and all that. I took something last night and it just knocked me out.
Oh, okay. You needed to sleep.
It
You
just
needed
knocked
to
me out.
rest.
When I woke up this morning, I felt woozy, like, so
Mm,
what's going on?
okay.
oh
Well,
Good
welcome.
morning, Queens.
You
Yes.
look good though.
Prince.
Yes.
Prince.
I mean, she look like the tourist this morning.
Lord, we can't wait to be a tourist, because
Yeah.
Lord, this
Your
is
necklace, your necklace
that's
is happening.
oh,
Yes.
you know how
Yeah.
I have this thing sitting there. My
Nice.
sister is the kind of person, she'll go to thrift stores and she's a queen of cheap. But when she buys, we're probably gonna have to have a show like that, Queen of Cheap. And when she just go into places, and if the thing is $5, she knows how to bargain it down to $2.
Okay.
Calvin Klein dress, she will get it for $2, $5. I don't know how she does it. And then you just see a box appear at the door.
Okay.
And we just pick out what we want. It's like barrel come, you know. So we
Okay.
just pick out what we want.
Well,
So I have had this necklace sitting there, and the dress just came in time.
wonderful. So thrifty is happening this morning.
Yes,
Thrifty happening.
Senna can't lend me.
I will.
Senna can't.
We love. She listens, Sharon, she will love that.
That's
Hey.
a gift. That's a gift in itself.
I don't know how she does it.
Yeah, but in keeping with the topic,
Yes.
Jamaica has a lot. I have to talk about Jamaica. I know the Caribbean does have their chain hotels that are located in other islands and other places, but Jamaica does have beautiful hotels. When I say beautiful hotels, I'm
Some of
talking about beautiful,
some of
well
the best.
laid out hotels. I wish
Some
I could do a slideshow.
some of the best. I worked with the tourist
Yeah,
board, TPD, and I
because
can tell you.
right, because I make sure that I have been to as many as I can and still counting. And what I think is that um what I have found, I should say, you know, Jackie just mentioned how frugal her sister is. You know, going to a hotel to spend time and to enjoy the amenities that are provided, it does not necessarily take a whole mint, you know. So people would think that, well, you have to be bankrolling in order to do these things. It's just a matter of figuring out how to do it. And what I was appreciative of, I'm not sure how well it's working right now, but I remember in the pandemic when nobody was hardly traveling. I mean, I still went, and
So
I can't tell you
yes.
how much of a good time I had in hotels during the pandemic because the rates had dropped. They were putting you in some suites and some stuff that ordinarily would be not where your pay grade is. And
Yes.
what they did around that time, I'm not sure if that's when it was implemented, but I know it was around it, you know, it came full force during the pandemic. They were giving weekend rates to residents. And then
Yes.
if you wanted to carry it over to during the week, you know, the rate kind of changed, but it was affordable. So you found that the hotels on the weekend were populated with a lot of Jamaicans because they would give them a residential rate where they could come in, they could enjoy the offerings, whatever the hotel had to offer, you know, the food, the entertainment, the comfort, and all the things. They were able to come in at a discounted rate. So many Jamaicans took advantage of that. And I must say, I
Yes.
have been going to many hotels and going home very often, and I've heard of situations where, you know, the residents were treated a little inferior, if you want to put it that way, by staff. I've never had that experience myself, and I have never with these two eyes seen it. I really have not. But I think that when residents go, I don't want to say you're a local, you're a resident, you're a citizen of Jamaica, you go to one of these facilities. I think you ought to uh handle yourself with some amount of decorum.
Thank
Not
you.
because you're coming from up the road or around the lane. Come in, look good, look presentable, and treat
And be
the
yourself.
employees like people. You
Respectfully.
know, address them accordingly. Don't yell at them different names across the way, or don't treat the place like you're a hooligan. You know what I mean? You're on the beach, you're by the pool, you're in the dining room. Don't treat it like, well, I feel my country. Once I did hear a group of people say, well, I feel my country. And they were like talking to about the tourists that were scattered around the establishment. Like they were saying, well, I feel my country, that they were elbowing them out the way. You would be surprised. I can't tell you how many times I've had to stand back in a food line when visitors see jerk any kind of jerk put out, or ackee and saltfish, dumpling,
It's
callaloo
exciting.
for breakfast. They are literally bomb rushing you in the line to get those things to eat. In the summer,
Oh,
when they have mangoes and they have mangoes sliced up and chilled for you to go pick up, and they have coconuts cut fresh, these visitors are actually bomb rushing. You know what I do? I stand back and let them go, because one, I know they're going to replenish the supply. And
Right.
two, I just find it so endearing to see that they're running to get food that I was raised on.
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
know what I mean?
right.
So not because
Yes.
it's something that
Yes.
Yes.
it's second nature to you. I think you ought to just handle yourself, because the way you handle yourself, the
Just
way
stand
and
back
you
and
will
let
be
them
perceived that
enjoy.
way.
Mm-hmm.
But if you come in and you
Yes.
just want to
You can
bogart your way
always,
around the place, then your
right.
visitation might be cut short, or you might be looked upon. Not that it's right, but you might be looked upon in a negative way because of
Way.
your behavior. So sometimes it's not really the establishment trying to be all that. It might be the way you're carrying yourself coming in there.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Mm-hmm.
trying to bend under the counter. The room holds four, but you want to bring six. You want to make your own rules at the counter. You can't do that,
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
you know. So
Yes.
that's what I'm starting with. But I'm happy that they have these huge hotels have they even have day passes and night
Yes.
passes. So
Mm-hmm.
if you happen to just want to spend a day at the facility, or you want to come in the night, you can pay less money and do a day pass or a night pass.
Or a night
Mm-hmm.
So that
pass.
is
They've
good.
always had that. Most of them, they've always had that because I've taken advantage of those amenities when I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
When I used to work there, and it's always a pleasant experience, especially the evening passes where you can take in the shows. The shows in the hotels are usually just off the chain. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when dinner time you have nice dinner music, and then they have an artist come and sing, or somebody, the cabaret shows,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
or some kind of acrobatics or something like that. It's always
right.
wonderful. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Great. So I think, and what it has caused. So thanks, Sharon, for walking us through, because for what it has caused is a very contentious um, argument. Because whether
Mm-hmm.
you're uptown, downtown, the people who are downtown, their thing will always be that they might block them out. They don't want them come.
I'm sorry, just a little bit, Lady D. I don't think I'm streaming to everybody because I might drop out a little bit, so I'm going to log in differently. I'm
Oh,
going to log in on the system, and I thought it did.
oh,
Okay,
okay.
you
Mhm.
can go ahead. I'm going to
Yeah, sure.
just log in.
Yes. I'm saying because, you know, we have a certain mindset. There is always the people up so,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and you're not gonna get away
Absolutely.
from that. It's always the
Yes.
people up so, and they will say, them think them better and we and all those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you're right. There are times when we don't know how to conduct ourselves,
Yes.
and we take on, the position that I guess may come from.
I just remember something. Go
Yes.
ahead.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you all something when you finish, Lady
right,
D.
right. They take on the position I guess may come from, and a curry fever and all those things, and
Yes. Yes.
we grow up hearing it,
Yeah, now
and
Yeah.
and
everybody
it
know.
gives a negative impression, because
Yeah.
most of things make it to news.
Yes.
Right.
Especially these days
Right.
with social media.
They
If
seem
the
so.
regular news don't take it there, somebody with a phone will take it there.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Go
Mhm.
Oh
ahead.
yeah.
So what you were saying now, Sharon?
Yeah. Oh dear.
we we have always
I
like
One minute,
especially
Jackie. 1 minute. Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Sharon.
Okay.
The
All
internet
right.
phone
What I
thing.
would admonish persons to do is relatives you have in Jamaica, treat them to the hotel experience if you can, even for a night.
Mm-hmm.
Treat them to the hotel experience because I did that. I'm not gonna talk about things I don't know about. Treat them to the hotel experience because what I have found is that I was appalled the first time a relative of mine, said to me, Lad, you know, Ghana beach again, long me no go a beach. They
Mm-hmm.
live out there and the beaches are there. Granted, yes, they're making a living, they have to make their living, they're going. But I said, come on now, find a time to go to the beaches. You have free beaches, you don't have to go to Pier Beach. Go to a nice free beach, or if you want to up the ante, go to a pay beach. But
Mm-hmm.
just to just to backpedal on what I was gonna say. Persons who are from abroad, not necessarily from the US, if you're where in other places you are, when you go home on vacation, treat your family members to the hotel experience.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't afford to give them a week or 3 days or even 2 days, give them a day. Let them check in and get a little bit of the service because I know they will be eternally grateful to you to do that. You know what I mean? There are several ways to do that. Give
Mm-hmm.
them the
A
opportunity
day.
because sometimes they would pretend like they are averse to it, like, oh no, me can't bother and all of that stuff. But deep down, they appreciate it. So if
Mm-hmm.
Aunt Madge have a birthday coming up and you're down there and you in the hotel, make Aunt Madge come for the day, give her a little of the experience or whatever, because they find that I find that they appreciate that. That is something that I have done. And I have relatives who look forward to whenever I come down and say, okay, so which night may I stay? Which night may I come? And
Right.
they appreciate it. They spend a whole
Yeah.
day, they spend a whole night, and they enjoy. And then
Mm-hmm.
God help them, they can afford a night on their own, and they go on their own without your assistance. So
Right.
that is really good because we have tons. And what I know as well is that some tourists that are coming down are going down. They're not really rich people.
Mm-mm.
No,
They're not really rich people.
Mm-hmm.
no.
When you go on cheapcaribbean.com, not that I'm advertising, but you get some little packages. You'll be surprised. These people sometimes they pay off over time and then they come
Yes.
down on their vacation. So it's not a case where they're rolling in dough. So it's a way to do it. But
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
also addressing what Lady D had mentioned before, our people, when you go to places, whether it be an attraction or it's a hotel, when you go there, try to behave yourself. I once treated persons to a weekend at an establishment, a weekend. I started off with 4 persons that I said, okay, you come.
Mm-hmm.
And when the persons came, it was not 4, it was about 10. Because this
Jesus.
one
Lord.
tell the one, they said, come on, no, sir, you can't come.
Mm-hmm.
And before I knew it, I had to double up I had to double up the booking
Mm-hmm.
to accommodate the hangers on that came, without my consent, just so
Right.
that nobody now pack up back in a bus fi send back, cause they charter vehicle and come already.
Oh
And I
dear.
said,
Lord.
okay, I like the enthusiasm. Let me just soak it up and go on.
Right.
And I am telling you, as sure as I'm
Mm-mm.
sitting here, when it was time to check out,
Mm-hmm.
and we put everything, I was still going to be there, but they were leaving. And something said to me, just double check. I went in the bathrooms because they ended up with 2 rooms instead of one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They had taken every piece of towel,
Mm-mm.
Linen.
everything that was put out for usage was
Oh my
missing.
gosh.
Everything was bare. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, hold on now. Where is all of the towels they had, the little
Mm-hmm.
hand towels, face towel, bath towels. Everybody just decided to pack them favorite.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
And luckily I saw that because they weren't thinking that would go on my tab when they
There you go.
leave, because
Yes.
Yeah.
it's in my name. And if they're gone and the establishment come around and all of a sudden all the linen is gone, they're gonna bill it to me.
Yes.
And I was outraged. I was very, very upset.
Of course.
Very, very upset,
So,
because
Uh-huh.
Of
it was,
course.
That's
you know,
rude.
it
you
was
know,
in very
The,
poor
the,
taste. So
yes.
that is just to address
Speaking a
sometimes
little bit
things
on
go
that
south, but we can't just blame the
situation, you're
establishment. Sometimes it's the ignorance of the people who come, because it's never see come see. And I'm not
Right.
Yes.
belittling the experience, because we
Uh-huh.
all started from humble beginnings. That's why I'm
Right.
saying, if you can treat, treat you're there, and they can come in, because sometimes, because even me, when I went to an establishment in the summer, and the place was so wonderful. At Jamaica, I mean, I look around like, oh my goodness. When you
Yeah,
look at the
because
architecture, you look at the furnishing, the fixtures, you look at the whole thing, you're like, wow, you can hardly believe it. The person outside on the street, they don't have a chance to see it unless you open a door and say, come spend the night, or let me get a day pass for you. You know what I mean? And you
Yes.
can't come in and you have a bag where you're throwing plates of food to be taken with you, and they're looking at you like, who are these people? So it's a matter of
first.
handling yourself with some amount of decorum.
forum.
But
Yes.
And
for
so,
those who are behaving, because not everybody misbehave, the attractions are many, and they are varied in what they offer. And I think Jamaicans, or locals, or residents of these islands, with all these fancy hotels coming, ought to go and enjoy the facilities,
yes.
beaches and other things.
Yes.
Well,
Absolutely.
Yes.
And
And
well,
I think they
not just
are. I
hotels
think.
too.
Go
I
ahead, Max.
Max, go ahead.
I was about to say the hotels are one, but also the restaurants. There's some beautiful restaurants there. That a
Oh,
lot of times
please
instead of
don't
get up
even mention the
and
restaurants.
yes,
Yes.
that instead of we get up instead of getting up and making up a fire or lighting the stove, sometimes you can take a family out for a nice dinner in a fancy restaurant. Ain't nothing wrong
Yeah.
with that either. And you don't have to always eat Jamaican food, because most of these restaurants they also provide and prepare
Yes.
other meals that are
Oh
Cuisine.
yeah.
non-Jamaican oriented. So because
Oh
sometimes
yeah.
it's good to have a taste of the outside world. So the restaurants as well are a good place to be. I mean, when I lived in
Exposure.
Jamaica years ago, I never I never stayed in a hotel when I lived in Jamaica. Growing up, young before I got married. My first time in an hotel was when I got married, believe it or not. When we got married, no, we stayed at the Wyndham Hotel. And that was my first experience sleeping in a hotel. And then we stayed at Mandeville Hotel. But fortunately for me, after that, I was able to work in an hotel in Mandeville as an assistant manager. So I got the full experience of the tourists, the ups and downs, the locals. Well, they never had locals coming there to stay. What I observed working there at the time was the tourists would come, the women, and then the local guys or men would come and stay with them in the hotel. I seen
They
quite a
still
few
do
scenes
it.
of that
They
nature.
still do it.
I
Yeah.
would imagine so. Those were the
They
only times
still
I
do it.
saw locals coming in. Otherwise, it was always just because. And then again, mindset is a hell of a thing, lady. Because back then, in my mind, hotels were for foreigners. Or staying in a hotel was for foreigners or tourists. I never thought to myself that okay, locals could come here and stay a week or a night, because all I saw were tourists.
Yes.
Until when the tourists came and the men
Start.
came to stay with the
Uh-huh.
women in the hotel. That was the first time I would see locals coming in. But
Yeah.
if it's your country and it's your island or wherever, you should enjoy it. We have the right to enjoy where you were born or where you belong, and I don't see anything
Yes.
wrong with that. But we have to display good behavior, as Shernette said before.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jack, you
Ab-
wanted to say
Absolutely.
something.
No, I was going to say, I grew up around tourism. My mother had her own tour buses, and she was one of the best tour guides that you could think of. My mother was probably one of the first women in St. Anne to get a general motor vehicle license. And she used to drive a big bus. At one time, she was the only woman in St. Anne driving a big coaster bus. And she would take her guests. First place she would take them is up to her grandparents, where I was living with grandma and grandpa. And those people would enjoy. My grandfather would just go cut the cane from down in the farm, show them how he does his farming. And that community has never seen tourists come up there. My mother was the first person to bring tourists up there. And we're high up on the, it's a high elevation in Freehill. Freehill district is a high elevation. Almost all the TV stations or radio stations have an antenna.
Towers there.
Towers up there. Apart from the what do you call it? IRI FM had a big pole up there, and they were on one of the highest peaks. My mother used to take the tourists up there for them to see. They got like a full 180 view of the coastline, including, coming from St. Mary. You can see right from St. Mary right back to Trelawney Point, from that point. And we used to just enjoy, we look forward to seeing that. Now that everybody is going up there, I don't know if you've heard of Stush in the Bush. That's where Stush in the Bush is.
I know Stush in the Bush, yeah.
That's where Stush in the Bush is, right around the corner from my mother.
Oh, wow.
And another place called Heaven Sent. And we know the guy, we know those people, we know the guy Beans and all of that, so we grew up seeing tourists, and my mother exposed us. She didn't just take the tourists to enjoy our country. She took us to enjoy their facilities too.
Good.
So there were times when we were able to go in the hotels, go in the pool, or we had a night pass or something like that when we were old enough, because of course some of us were younger. Some of the kids were younger. We were old enough. So we had that experience. And like Max said, she's never seen locals or residents come into the hotels. And when I got older now and started working in the hotel myself, it was a joy to see the tourists come down. I mean, the residents coming down from Kingston, like when it comes on to the holiday, we know that the hotels are going to be full, and it's going to be a lot of people coming in from Kingston to fill up the hotels, like on the holidays, like Easter coming up or Independence or so on. They come and they feel, especially, and the villas were beautiful as well.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think, as Sharon just said something, that when people go, they should share the experience. But in addition to that, I remember when I was growing up, when we would have the school trips or the church trips, though I don't know if people still do that, but going outside of your norm, your community, gives you exposure. And the more you go, it's the more you learn. You learn how to conduct yourself. You learn about different places, how they operate, all of that. So by the time you get the experience, whether it's in a restaurant or a resort or some place, you would know how to behave and not be shy or, be a bit abrasive and things like that. So I think, because Sunday evenings were the evening when, if families had a little transp, everybody pack up and they would go drive around.
Drive out, yes.
Yes, that's true.
People would actually go drive out.
I remember that.
Yes. We did that.
Yes, you go drive out and thing. And it was
and you dress up too,
And you dress
Yes, I remember that.
And you dress up.
You're well ironed on and shine.
Yes.
Coconut oil run off of your foot.
Yeah. Are you carried right or so? Carried shine. Cause when my part used to shine, because when they hold your head so and brush it, the eye leave. The eye leave.
We really
I remember.
We were taught. And now, I mean, look how many institutions they have where you can go enroll to become a worker in a hotel or any space
Mm-hmm.
that requires customer
Yeah.
service and to have
Yes.
that
Right.
experience.
I-
So
and this
these
this is
islands
how I
are
was there.
open to these islands are open for upward mobility. People who want to learn to move out of a space into another
Hmm.
one, right? So I don't understand why, because the islands are so modernized, developed. Many
Oh
of
yeah.
them,
Yes.
many of them are. And I don't understand why we people still have, a negative mindset towards certain things. And yet nobody stop you from trying, because as Sharonette say, it's not like you need to have a big wad going with
No.
Right.
to go shell out.
Mm-mm.
But people will
And the thing
also
is,
tell you,
yeah,
1 second, Sharon.
yeah,
Did you know that there are a lot of people who never had that experience at all?
yeah.
Yes.
They moved here or other parts of the world, and it's now that they're going back, they have the opportunity to travel, that they are
Yeah.
now gaining all this experience. So it's never too late either.
True,
Right.
Guilty.
true.
Go ahead, Sharon.
I said guilty. I said
Guilty.
guilty because when I lived there, I never, except for the fact that I worked in an hotel, I never did too much touring. Even though when I went to Jamaica in June, I saw something because I'm a simple person. It don't have to be extravagant for me. And some of the attractions that I saw were even the people who sell the rosium on the side of the road. The way they create stuff and the way they put stuff up, it becomes an attraction for me, as simple as
Mhm.
it may seem. And I enjoy those simple things. And I find
Mhm.
myself watching a lot of things on social media, Instagram and Facebook to be specific, of things that are happening in my own country. These are the things I watch them a lot, and I love them because that's who I am. So now I'm thinking to
And see
myself,
how
so
many.
the next time I go back to Jamaica, I need to see this and I need to see that, because when I go home, which has not been too many times, we tend to just live and stay with family
Oh,
and just around family and not go on the outskirts,
No,
Sharon,
sir.
on the outskirts. But the last time I was there, normally we
Max,
went out a few.
Max,
Huh?
let me tell you something.
It's the
The,
worst thing.
I, I remember when we first started to go and say, look, we're staying in a hotel. I had family
Yes,
who pushed back in and said, what do you know? Me could not figure in a hotel. We're not there right here, so
yes,
me can't cook. We are gonna do this, we are gonna do that and that. And I said, look, I understand that and I appreciate that. And I said, one day I'm gonna come to the yard. We're
Mhm.
gonna sit down and roast breadfruit. We are gonna run a boat. We are gonna make
hmm,
we are gonna make dip and fall back. We are
Mhm.
gonna do all of that stuff. And another day you go and come to the hotel. You go and lay down by the
right.
pool. We're going to get you a little massage from the lady around at the massage place. And you're going to get your
Yes.
little oil down. And you're going to put on a nice little outfit, put your
Right.
napkin on your lap and go in at the place and eat. And it was like, no, sir, we're not bother with that.
Right.
And when I pushed and said, no, that is what we're doing. Believe me, I got pushback. Oh, what if you do? We're not gonna save the money. We're not gonna I said, look, I'm in the cold working and I feel like I want to pamper myself for these 5 or 10 days. Let me
Yes.
do it. And
Do it.
that is
Yes.
how we had to break through from the family saying, stay with me, man. May we do everything for you. And me with this and me with that. God bless them and I love them for it. But the experience, in my opinion, should be shared. You
Yes.
gotta
Yes.
one
Yes.
day get the
Absolutely.
old time way and let them come see little light.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's also how I
Yes.
feel. It has worked. It has worked for me. No, I can't
Well,
Yes.
go
I,
and
well, I,
nobody
I
now get a
try
day
to.
pass. No, me not trouble.
Right.
Well,
Yes.
They get
I
accustomed to
specifically
it.
told Norman that
Yeah.
the next time we go back to Jamaica, I want to go to a resort. I don't want to be stuck around in family house. Well, we
Mhm.
did go out in restaurants for dinner. Most of the times we ate out
Yes.
in good, nice restaurant. But
And I
the
would
sleeping in
encourage
the
it.
family yard, yeah, I want to get the exposure out there. I don't want to
I would
be
encourage
stuck
it.
with
Yes,
family.
Max.
Yeah.
Girl, just
Yes,
talk
Max.
to me,
And
Max. Talk to me, honey.
I was
The
gonna
travel
say,
advisor.
next time you're planning, you plan with Churnet. And if Churnet going, you plan at that time. Okay?
Yes.
Because you see,
Absolutely.
even now, going home, and me have my little ranch out there, me we go to, out, and I'm staying there. We
Mhm.
still do day
Right.
passes.
Mhm.
Yes, man.
Yes.
We still do day passes. And believe me, when I purchase my day passes start from 8 o'clock. You know what time I'm checking in? 7:55.
Nice.
You understand
Mm-hmm.
me? Because I
Right.
am I am reaping everything from that day. I'm making sure I'm there from
Yes.
breakfast and everything. And when night come, we go on me yard. But I stay there the whole
Yes.
day and enjoy. You take your
Yes.
pictures, you enjoy. Look here, it does not take a whole lot of money. So sometimes people may
Mm-hmm.
look at people pictures and say, Lord, at this or that. No, you just have to be smart about things.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
And you just go and you enjoy yourself. God now go see
Yes.
you, if you enjoy
Yes.
yourself. Some people make it look like, say, well, it's a major. No,
Yes. And
just
of
go and
course,
enjoy yourself. Enjoy all that is they have to offer. Yes,
Mhm.
yes,
Jackie.
And you need
Mm-hmm.
to
of
treat
course it takes
yourself.
of course it takes a little bit of planning because you have to budget. You have your bills and your expenses here and whatever, and you want to take a little vacation. You've been talking about it from last year. So all right, you're planning it for let's say the summer. So $40 to go up at $25 to go up a Duns River, put it on there. So $40 to go up a Mystic Mountain, you put it on there. So we're going to take
Right.
one bus, one tour bus, $20 from the airport, $25 to Ochi or something. I'm just throwing things out there
Right.
like that.
Mhm.
But
Mm-hmm.
of course, it takes a little bit of planning. But if you put it down like that, it's funny. The MCU had a saving thing that you can do if you're saving for a vacation. And I think it's called
Yeah,
vacation planning
there's
or
several
something like that.
places that have that.
MCU,
Yeah.
right. If you
Yep.
and all you
Mm-hmm.
do is automatically money transfers from what your
Yeah.
salary or
But
whatever
but
salary
you
you
know
put
what?
in your bank
You know
account,
what
whatever,
save
and it
that
goes
that
towards your
has
vacation.
Mhm.
right. You know what has been a godsend, the all-inclusive resorts.
Mhm.
Because the moment you
Yes.
drop
And
this
a lot
up,
of people don't like it.
I don't see why not. Because once you get there,
No, when
and
and only the
you
people
can
Hold
who
on.
purchase
travel,
packages that
like the
include
smaller.
airfare.
Jackie, hold on, because there's a delay on.
I
Yes, I
realize.
realized.
Yes.
Yeah, I just realized there's a yeah.
Go ahead, Jackie.
No, I was gonna say now I'm not talking about the people who are going there or are thinking of going to the hotel that they don't like it. The people who don't like the all inclusives are like the smaller hotels because I've been there, I've seen that, I've been in the meetings and so on. It's the people who own the smaller hotels and businesses who thinks that when the tourists come, it's all inclusive. They stay in a hotel, they do everything in a hotel, they have their own everything, take them to their own tours or whatever, and they don't get any residual from that.
Mhm.
So their businesses suffer.
Mhm.
So that one time it was very intense,
Oh.
especially down in Otrius where I used to work. So that was a great concern.
Mhm.
But I think that has changed a little bit because of like the Airbnb situation and people who can't afford the all inclusive, they still get that feel of an inclusivity, with the Airbnb for less
Mhm.
or villas for less,
Mhm. Mhm.
because some of these villas still have their packages that include some what do you call it, some attractions and tours, and some of them have their own rotation.
Mhm.
Some of them have their own transportation that they can take their guests to wherever they want. So they get a little of that for less. So travelers are different now, and they're looking into traveling differently and still affordable, but they get
Yeah.
the Jamaica package
And
that
it's
they're
worth
looking
their
for.
and it's worth their time. And
And it's
it's
worth their time.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you're joining us, we'd like to just pop on over to you and say welcome again. It's 10:52. Tourist in your own country. Hey, I believe if you
Somebody said I'm do
work
partner.
hard, hold on, so me go over there now. But I feel that you see the people who, um, when they see other people enjoying themselves, they're sometimes a little mean to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They will work the money, they will want to look at it in the bank account, but to take out some of it and just say, let me go treat myself, treat my
Will
family.
not do it.
They, they find it hard. And when you take it out, they say, oh, you're not safe for rainy day, all kind of stuff.
And when they
Yeah.
did and God then come fight for it.
Oh, so.
Yeah.
Same. Uh-huh.
Yep. Yep.
All right. So let's just do the pop-in comments now. Good morning, Vero. Sharon's here. Good morning, Cher. Howdy. Charles, he says, good morning. Drea says, I hear about that red on my way to work. Oh, the red dress,
The red. Yeah.
the color red. That's what she was
We're
talking
red for
about.
heart. Yeah.
Um, Drea says they have day passes here for a few years now. That's in Barbados. Um,
Oh,
Vera says you can please everyone. So whether at home or abroad, enjoy yourself and forget haters. True.
thank you.
Serious thing.
Ah.
Mhm. Charles
Serious thing.
Charles he says when I go home, I never go as tourist. I go local, and their eyes are open. Make it worse when my children speak. Oh dear, meaning speak foreign. Mhm. Okay.
Maybe
Some
accident.
Caribbean people don't realize these tourists don't have much money.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And King Ryan is saying good morning to us. He's busy out and about. I'm thinking that's what that means. Betty says that she was staying with us for a few because she's here on the workflow. And our dear
Oh,
heart
she's working.
Gritly, good morning. You people are real Jamaican. That is so
Yes,
nice.
we are.
To the
We're not
bone,
100,
Gritly.
100%.
we're not,
100%.
we're, we're not going to change for now. Chris came in. He says, "What are not chatting about today?"
Chatting
Oh
about
dear.
today.
So I think he maybe
Oh, he
got
was
the
asking
gist
what we're
of it
chatting
by
about.
now. He says,
Yes.
"Oh yes, dear, me not staying with a soul. Hotel it is." Then he continues by saying, I save for my vacation every year and I'm enjoying every bit of it. Life is too
Yes,
short
man.
to not treat yourself once in a
Yes,
while.
Same way. Same
absolutely.
way.
Same way. So
See him
he
so.
says, I love my all inclusive. Sure.
Oh yes, me
Sure.
too.
Mhm. Then Charles, he says, yes, sisters, it doesn't take a lot. You just got to know what you are doing. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So here comes Gritly. Gritly says, me do partner for my vacation.
Same
Yes.
way, Gritly.
Absolutely.
Mhm. Based on what this Jackie, maybe what you were talking about, Dre
I
says the
think
small
so.
The
man
small
don't
man doesn't
benefit.
benefit.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
so.
I want
Charles,
to address that, by the way.
yes, Charles says I prefer my Airbnb, and Dre says where I am, we have spent a few of our anniversaries. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you for your comments, everyone. And keep sharing. The numbers are going up, but don't forget at least 5 people share the link with them and ask them to like, tick the little thingy
And
there,
subscribe.
subscribe, and then share. Um,
And it's free.
and it,
Remember.
yes,
Especially that.
No cost, you're done.
and it don't cost
Don't
anything.
cost you a penny.
Yes, Sharon, what were you saying?
Yeah, just going back to what Jackie was saying about the small person outside not benefiting. Like we have to use wisdom in everything. If you are in a part of Jamaica that you are from, it probably not even have to be from there. But if you're staying in an all-inclusive, you're not mandated to remain on the property your
Mm,
entire vacation. Nobody is putting a rope on you and tying you in there.
No.
Yes, they have all the amenities in there that can keep you in there very satisfied and occupied for the duration of your stay. However, cause like me, I'm from Montego Bay. I'm in an all-inclusive. Me know say Craft Market down there so. Me know say two stall the cross there so. Me know me can't go out a door, go around the bend and jump on a a bus, not bus, but you know them have. You can go to the front of the hotel and tell them you want a taxi, and they have reputable, reliable people who are registered with them who can take you somewhere. Go out and we go buy two patty. I've had people go down a yard and come back and say, you know, say me not getting a patty. I'm like, what? Juicy beef not across the street. You
Right.
would be surprised to know there is a KFC in Ironshore. And
Mhm.
you would be surprised to see, well, not just a KFC, you have KFC and several
I think
other
McDonald's.
eateries there in
Yes.
Witter Plaza. And I'm
Mhm.
telling you, so many people, so many tourists, they're literally, because Rio Mobe is down the block, they are walking across the street to come over there to get the local fare. I was in one of the places doing my nails, and three young ladies walked in and they were like, "We're looking for Jamaican food. We mean like we want to support a local business."
Mhm.
And what they did was they
Nice.
were like, "Show us where to go." And couple of the you know the girls, the India that work there were able to say, "Go downstairs to your left, you know, there are several, choose any one." And they say, "Which is the best one?" And the girls say, "Anyone, they're all good." So
Mhm.
they are going afar, or they're venturing out in order to support businesses. And we have
Mhm.
some of
Yes.
our own people going down and staying in the all inclusive, like said them can't go out a door. Go out
Thank
and
you.
support a local business. Even
Mhm.
when, if because when you do all inclusive, sometimes there's a desk usually in the lobby somewhere where you can go and you can say, "I want to go on a tour." They have tours. Sometimes you don't even pay extra.
Mhm.
Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Find out about these things. Like I
Right.
said, it's not a case where you have a lot of money. It's just by asking. A
Yeah.
closed mouth don't get fed. Ask them, where's a tour? Or they have it
Absolutely.
plastered all over.
Mhm.
Join a tour, go somewhere, venture out. While you're out, this one could fruit stand lady, buy something from her. You see
Mhm.
a little
Yes.
crafting. I don't buy
Buy
crafts
two mango.
at the our souvenirs from the hotel gift shops. I buy it outside. They are already benefiting from your dollars for staying. Buy from somebody else. Don't
Mhm.
act like you
Uh-huh.
can't go out the street. You have to use your head,
Mhm.
man. Some people
Yes.
make it look like once you go
Mhm.
all inclusive, it's your choice, mind you. If you decide to just stay and be locked away, but if you can still go out. Right now, there's a lady I follow. She's in the grill and she is retired. She's a born American. She is retired from here. She has moved to Jamaica. She's been there a number of years. And what she has been doing, she lives in Negril. What she's doing is she's going around and she's identifying businesses that are owned by Jamaicans.
Mm.
And she has a sticker with the
Oh,
Jamaican
really?
flag in
I
the
need to follow
Jamaican
her.
colors. And
Mhm.
in very bold letters, it says JOAO. It means Jamaican owned and operated. So what she's doing is identifying businesses that are owned by Jamaicans so that when you are out and about,
Mhm.
if you're concerned about what is it now? What's the word I'm looking for? If
Supporting
supporting,
it.
if you're looking to
Supporting.
support a local business, when you get to these businesses, whether it's a patty
You
shop, a
know.
hair place, whatever, a dress, whatever it is, you will see these stickers. They're big and bold, and you can know that this establishment is owned by a Jamaican, and you can support
That's
as a
wonderful.
fellow
I need to
Jamaican.
follow her.
And that's
Or even
That's
if you're,
wonderful,
wonderful.
you know,
especially
you're
with
a
the
foreigner.
Chinese taking over. I
Wonderful.
love that, Miss Sharnet. Love that because especially with the
That's
Chinese coming up
that's
now and
wonderful.
taking over every crease and corner and crevices of Jamaica. That's a wonderful idea. So people can
Yes,
That's
differentiate with the
Yes.
Jamaican owned or
yes, she's
yeah.
doing a
Chinese owned.
lot. Yes,
Mhm.
she's
That's
in the grill.
wonderful.
Her
Very
name
And
good.
is
then
Misty.
there's Irina.
She's from
There's
Memphis, and she call herself Misty Memphis. But she's doing a
ah
wonderful job down there by identifying, and
Mhm.
there are a lot of people who are actually choosing to live here and go to Jamaica to live out their
yes,
retirement or
Yes.
just to
Yes.
work. It's a whole
Yeah.
look at
following.
Irina,
Yes.
lady there, the lady that
Mhm.
you featured on your show the other day. You made her. I mean, you played her video.
Yes.
Irene.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yes.
she's from Ukraine.
Yes. She's from Ukraine. Mhm.
She's
And
from
she's
Ukraine,
living there. Yeah, going
and
about 9 years
she's
now.
living there. But
Mhm.
let me tell you something. Speaking of leaving the hotel and going outside, my sister invited two of her friends from North Carolina to come to Jamaica because they always wanted to go to Jamaica and they've never been. So they identified a hotel. The hotel is in Runaway Bay, and that's where they were going to stay. But my sister now, when she go to Jamaica, she take my brother's car and she's all over the place. So my sister said, just get ready in the mornings and I'll be there. You get ready? And let me tell you something, those people, them say when they come back in the hotels in the evening, it's like everybody, including the other tourists, what did you do today? What did you eat today? All they did was sleep in the hotel. The only thing they did was sleep there.
They went out on their excursion.
And it's all inclusive. My sister take them all over the island. The things that they did, the other tourists don't do. Because they did. Listen, she take them to some places up in the bush and them eat some food from some kerosene pan and them. So and listen, that was like
that's what they want.
Yes.
That's the experience they want to have.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm excited as morning come, them ready and waiting for my sister to come, and she come and pick them up and them gone. Listen, the only thing they did was sleep in that hotel, and they can't wait to go back.
Because the experience certainly would not be the same.
No.
Right.
They're going out, they're meeting people, experiencing the food, the culture of the people, which include music and all those things. You know, and talking to people and so on.
And the river.
It's a rich experience, a very, very rich experience.
Which also bears on the fact that security is also very important, because we know that when people who are not familiar with the island veer off on their own, they fall into problems, right? Because you have and they have unscrupulous people. So if they go with someone, they can't go just about anywhere, because here is somebody who knows the people, knows the culture, right?
And know where to go,
and they're safe and know where to go.
Yeah, but you know, they have vlogs now. You know, you have vloggers now who are I was watching one the other night. Yeah, I came upon it quite by accident. And this young lady, she's not Jamaican at all, but she have a whole vlog where she tells you from soup to nuts how to prepare to go to Jamaica, when you go to Jamaica, what to do, and she is in all of them. She's at so many of the attractions and so many of the hotels, and she walks you through. She walks you through the entire experience. We have gone home and been off the grid, so to speak. And I was surprised to see how many tourists were also there off the grid. I mean, I said, wait, all these people find them little nooks and crannies. And they were like, no. There are sites we can, because not everybody go and want to stay in these boutique hotels. Some of them want to go, like Jackie saying, at the bush and all of that stuff.
Yes.
And you have you know, that is how businesses are made, you know, because now you have reputable people that have joined up and say, okay, we'll drive, because I have somebody who's very reliable, very reputable, if I have anybody coming and he has a fleet of vehicles, I can put my neck on the block and say, call him. I can call him and say, I have 2 friends, 3 friends, 10, 20 people coming, and they need these days to go so and so. Very reputable person. So not everybody is unscrupulous for you to say you're fearful.
My sister does that. One of my other sisters in Jamaica, like when my brother in Texas, they have a lot of people going down sometime. So what she does is put together like a tour. She has a bus. She doesn't have a bus of her own yet, but she has a designated person that she uses. And whenever they send a group down, she takes them to places that they would never think of going. And they always treat her good, because she knows the ins and outs and corners and so on. And some people come down for their therapeutic weed, and she knows where to get that, and the good one. But I was driving to school a few days ago, and on Ricky Smiley's show, the young lady who does the announcements in between she came on and she says they now put out a new warning for Americans traveling to Jamaica and the
Yes,
Yeah,
Bahamas.
I saw
yes.
that.
Like,
Eh,
you heard, it was
we
very
see.
disturbing to me listening to
We
it.
saw it.
Yeah,
And
I heard.
I
I
was,
saw it on social media. I saw
yes,
it on Instagram. Yeah.
I wish I could have called in and explained to them that tourists coming to Jamaica from any part of this world, they're safer than even a resident.
But here the
If
thing.
you should check the statistics of how many tourists get hurt in Jamaica, it's mostly
Mhm.
somebody who go off the grid doing something that they're really not supposed to be doing, or going to
Yeah.
some
Exactly.
places
Yeah.
that they're not
Exactly.
supposed to be doing.
The
Tourists
statistics
are
Exactly.
is not high.
safer in
Yeah.
Jamaica
Exactly.
than,
But the same
I would
caution.
even say, than a resident. That even a resident getting into any kind of unforeseen situations, it's something that they put themselves in, or get involved in something that they're not supposed to. So
Yeah, it's not,
don't
no,
read
it's
into
not the
that.
norm.
It's
It's not the
not.
norm.
It's
But
not.
even
Mm-mm.
so, with these advisories, when they send them out, we read them and it's for information. But we know there is never a day when a flight is not jam packed.
Thank you.
It does
Exactly.
not stop people from going. And
No.
that particular headline sparked from the unfortunate mental breakdown that this
Yes.
young woman had,
Mhm.
and how it was handled. So fine, we watch it, we realize everybody is scurry around, nobody don't know what to do, what have you. The situation was just what it was, but
I
that
was told that she
is
was
not
charged
stopping.
too. She was
That's
charged.
She has
that's
been
not
charged. Yeah.
stopping. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not stopping anybody from
No,
No,
from
it's not.
from
it's
traveling.
not.
No.
Yeah.
It's a new airport open up. That's because there's a need for it.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's
Exactly.
my parish. Okay.
All right,
That's
Mark,
my
you're
neighboring
large.
parish. That's my
You're on the
neighboring
map
parish.
now.
Okay. Okay. That's my
Yes.
neighboring parish. That's 7 miles
So,
from
so,
me.
so now
Okay.
for me, I got to Jamaica, I'm just gonna fly straight into St. Mary. Oh, that sound.
Lovely. Me
Yeah.
glad for you,
Lovely.
girl.
And it's near to the
Yes.
Playboy Hotel, the Playboy Hotel. Well, you know why I say
Go
that?
there, girl.
Because when we were talking about it the other day, my mother said, "Oh, it's right by Playboy Hotel."
Okay.
And I
So
was
that
Okay.
because
Ooh.
that's from back in her days. That's what the hotel was. It was Hugh Hefner who
Okay.
owned the Boscobel Beach Hotel. It was called
Mhm.
the
Uh,
Playboy
Playboy.
Hotel.
There you go.
Okay.
So here Cher says, so hop on over again to our chat. Cher says, I stay local and small business. Airbnb is great too. Never stayed in a big chain. All right. Tourists don't know they can leave. They're all inclusive.
then, then things they have is there in there.
Whitley says, I love Jamaica KFC. It's the best.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hmm.
morning, Edgy.
Renowned.
Good to see you, Edge. Welcome. Good morning to you, wonderful lady. Nice listening to you. All right. Thank you,
Thank you,
Edgy.
Reggie.
Stush. Yeah. Stush in the bush. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, Charles
Yeah,
says,
that's
when
my
I go,
neighborhood.
I only want somewhere to sleep. We gone all day.
All day.
Morning, Patrick. All right. So,
Hey, Tyson.
Oh,
uh,
morning, Patrick.
yes.
Yeah. Hello to you.
Oh, Jackie says, so Jackie is me right there. So
No,
this is Jackie Stush in the bush.
yes,
It's in my
yes, I've been
community
typing.
just around the corner.
Yes,
So
just
Edgy
around the
says, I
corner.
love to start with my family. Don't like the hotel. He like to stay with my family. Don't like the hotel thing.
The
Okay.
hotel thing.
Mm-hmm.
Charles says, I
Three to
got my
go.
own driver when I go home. Sure. Driving this
Nice,
Daisy.
nice.
There you go.
Then Cheryl says Jamaica
Jamaica
nice. Who would
nice.
want to vacation there?
What
Hey
you mean, man?
Jillian. Good morning, Jillian. Jillian.
What
I'm
you
gonna be
mean?
interviewing Jillian on Monday. All
Oh,
right.
okay.
So Drea says, my husband
Nice.
says the
I'll be
same
coming
thing.
out of a very intense exam. My head is going to be.
Gosh. Andrea says, my husband says the same thing. He had to boost others to go to Jamaica when we had a conference. People, some have been back more than once after all. So they
Oh,
get
you
they
mean
get
But more than
Like the
once, as soon
slogan
as
says, once you go, you know.
Yes,
exactly, it's
yes.
home. It's home for some
Absolutely.
people. When
Yes.
when the people in the hotels see somebody coming back for a second or third time, they say welcome home.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
They tell
yep.
them
That's
welcome
I
nice.
so
home in the
love that.
hotels. I've been there, I've seen that.
Yep,
Welcome
I've
home.
had that experience. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because when we refer to home, we're talking Jamaica.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am. Very
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
much.
Yeah,
every
we're
time.
talking about,
No
yeah.
make no make we say yard neither, cause you know that done. Me I go
Right.
on me yard.
Yes, yard.
Hey,
It's a
yes.
Touching back
wrap.
on something that we mentioned earlier. I think I've said it on the show before. The cruise ship, because I used to work with the TPD co for the information officers program at the time, that they were the ones who we had certain posts right throughout the city, and when the people come off the ships or any tourists, we can tell them where to go or give them some information as to how to get to where the attractions are, or the restaurants, anything. And I used to sometimes have to go on the and pick up statistics and stuff like that. And I always said to myself, sometimes I go on the ship and I have lunch, and I would take like my coworkers with me on the ship, and I have lunch, meet the captains and stuff like that. And I said to them one day, I said to one of the captains one day, I said, you know something, there are children in our neighborhood who have never gone outside of their communities.
Mm-hmm.
And they have never taken a plane or been on a ship like this. I said, do you know how exciting it would be for kids to just experience this one day? And he gave me the okay to bring them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
I went back and I said it to my manager at the time. And I arranged the first tour of a cruise ship I arranged in Jamaica. And that was done. I invited my mother's Sunday school group. It was a group like of 11 kids out of the country who never, they only see the ship from afar, and they would never
Mm.
think of going on that ship. Let me tell you something. My mother is here. She can give you the experience that those kids, to this day, they are grown people now, and
Mm-hmm.
they
And they
talk
still talk
about
about
that
it.
Yes.
experience. The food they eat, they go into every night. Took them through the cruise. It was a big cruise ship. I think it carried over 3,000 people.
Wow.
And when those people came off the ship and they were gone, there were still people on the ship, when they were gone on their tours. So they have the ship to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And the captain provided like a tour guide. And
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
they
that was
eating.
nice.
It
Yes.
was, and then
Yes.
I invited them again for a second time. Do you know what happened after that? People started contacting me. I
Mm-hmm.
started arranging tours for students. I think the next one I did was for Orchard's, either primary or high school. I don't remember if it was. And after a while, it's like the line was so long, they had to be putting in requests from early. And
Mm-hmm.
even when I
Wow.
left there, they said it got so much. People from all over now started to
Yes.
ask for tours on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's
lovely.
nice.
That is
Yes,
nice.
So,
lovely,
and
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
some of them, that's the closest they'll come to foreign for some of
Yes,
them.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when you go on the ship, it's like you're in a foreign.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yes,
Because I'm not the kids
Yeah.
them
absolutely.
come out and say. It's
Yeah,
like
I
you're in a
remember
Yes,
my
foreign.
first time on a ship. It was on one of my vacations in Kingston. You know, me, I would get shipped off to Kingston. And I was in Kingston and there was a ship. I remember it was called the Doulos.
The
And it
doulas.
was in the
That's
harbor.
yes. I was
And
about to
they,
mention it.
yeah?
What? I never
Yeah.
heard of
And I
that.
was able
Yes.
to go on it. Yeah, a couple of us were able to go. I don't even remember under what circumstances, but somehow or the other, I was in the group. And we were able to go on the ship and walk through and,
Yes.
see all the sights in there.
Nice.
It was
Mhm.
amazing as a
Yes.
little kid. And I think I may have been 10,
Yeah.
thereabouts, that age.
I remember go for a ship with me.
Unforgettable.
I've been on
I
a
remember.
cruise
I
with them.
remember doulas. We went right down to the pier.
Really? Was
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
in
was it
Kingston.
a cruise ship?
They had books. They had
The library. They had
The
a big library
library.
on
They had
it.
a big library. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't forget it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
Oh
it
We
my
was
ain't too far
nice.
in the
goodness.
country.
So
We never get the
lady, if you did
experience.
come meet me at the buck you from them time, the man, not true.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh
My,
my
my
gosh.
first
Yeah.
my first time on
You
the
don't
ship is
probably
when I
pass
went on
each
a cruise.
other. You
And we
probably
know
Look
walk
at
that.
past
that.
each other.
Mhm. Yes, I remember
We
where
went
my
on my
aunties
first time on a
went.
ship was when I went on a cruise. We went on a cruise in 2015, Norman and I. And that was my
Mhm.
first time on a ship. I never went as a child, but as an adult, I've been on a cruise.
And you had a wampus time.
Oh yeah.
7 days cruise. Let me tell you something. If you want to gain weight, if your mom and want put on weight, just go on a cruise.
Listen, that's why I'm telling those kids eat that day until them turn full.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you want to
The
gain weight,
food on
just
a
go on a
cruise
cruise.
is something else altogether.
Mhm.
It's just too much food, too much to
Yeah.
see. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a
Yes.
great
Yeah.
experience. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Because
Very
I
much
was I
so.
was looking at a ship just the other day, and it's like one section of it coming like you're walking in the city.
Yes.
Yes.
When you go on the
Yeah.
Hmm.
ship, you have like a plaza, not one of those
Mhm.
ships that used to
Oh
come
yeah.
into the harbor in the ocean. It's like you walk and you have Louis Vuitton, you have your things
Yeah.
All the
Yeah.
stores. Yes.
fancy
Yeah. You
shopping
forget you forget
You
that
have
you're on the
nail shop.
water.
mall. Yes.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yes. You have the nail shop. You have the boutique. Everything is on
And
the
the
ship.
beautiful
Everything you
Everything.
can think of,
staircases, the
it's on
Yeah.
there.
staircases are wonderful. You know, people love taking pictures on it. It's like the things that they can't do on a city, they go all out on a ship.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
So
you're on a
it's
ship,
awesome.
the only time you know you're not on a ship is when you see the water. If you go out on the deck and see the water.
Yeah.
Otherwise, when you're
Right.
inside, you can't tell that you're not on land.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can't
You
tell.
have no.
It's just
You're
normal.
in the pool. You're all over the place. You completely forget.
Yes.
You can't forget.
Yes,
Yeah.
all these ships have slides and
Listen
waterfalls.
to me.
Like
You're talking
beautiful.
about
Everything is
slides.
there.
We went on one in 2019. We came right back before COVID. We came back. We went for December, so Christmas, and we came back early January. And where we came back was when COVID started popping up all over the place. So we narrowly
Mhm.
Yes.
escaped all of that stuff. But
Hmm.
I remember when
Hmm.
we were approaching the ship, and I saw they had a slide. It was the Disney Dream because my granddaughter was turning 5, and it was a big to do with the
Ah,
Disney thing, and we all went. And I saw people like in a tube, and they were just sliding and splashing, and I was just going on. So hear me now. Them people are ugly. Me now go up the sun. No, well, what that? You see, by the next day, about 10 o'clock, who you think up there slide in a tube?
No, you
It
look
was,
at journey.
it was because you were on the very, very top of the ship, the very
oh
top.
my gosh.
Right.
And you just
Yeah,
sit,
that's
and they
where they
just
have the
give you a
slide at the
slight
very top.
push,
Yes.
and you're in the see-through
Oh
thing, and it
God.
take you around and splash you down in the pool. Oh my goodness. That was
Yes.
something else.
So
I
I,
But
find that
people
I
get
don't
out
feel
and
Listen, my
excited
God.
much.
travel, get some experiences. If you want
Mhm.
to stay local, or if you have to stay local, stay local. But by all means, broaden your horizons and do something different.
Mhm.
You
Yes.
will
Be a
not
tourist in your
regret it.
country.
Yes,
Be
there
a
are too
tourist
many
in your
nice
country.
places.
Mm.
Pack a picnic basket, go to Puerto Rico, go to Duns River Fall. Because you don't have to be in
Yeah,
the hotel or in a restaurant. You can
Mhm.
enjoy the
No.
outdoor
Mhm.
stuff.
No,
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
was saying to my mother the other day, I can't believe that there's so many water attractions in Jamaica now. Because when
yeah.
we were
Hmm.
Oh,
there,
yeah.
you know about Duns River,
The
White
Duns
River
River.
rafting, Martha Bray. Listen, the
Yeah.
amount of like, and they're beautiful. They
But
have
they
zip
have
Yes.
lining across them.
they have that water park now in Negril. It's something to see.
Which
It's
one?
really nice. I think it's called Cool
Which
Runnings or something. It's in Negril.
oh
It's a
wait I say?
water park.
Oh wait I say?
Okay.
I didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
See, only
Beautiful
more for me
water
to go
park.
enjoy. Only more
Yeah.
for me to go enjoy.
So
Mm-hmm.
Charles
Oh
is
But
my
let's
inviting.
gosh.
go
Charles is
to St.
inviting
Vincent.
to go to St. Vincent for the summer. So
Okay.
before,
All right,
so
Charlesy.
So I'd like us to take a brief pause at this time. I saw the headline pop in, and since we are in this broadcast, our veteran broadcaster Alan Magnus passed away.
Wow.
Alan Magnus?
Yes,
Wow.
yeah, he passed
Oh
away
my goodness.
this
Condolences
morning.
to the family and
They
the
said
broadcasting
this morning
Yes.
fraternity.
he was
That's an
80.
icon right there.
So I'll just read the
Yes.
advisory. The media stalwart spent more than 4 decades at Radio Jamaica RGR 94 FM. The RGR Gleaner Communications Group has expressed regret and sadness at his passing. His family is requesting some privacy at this time to come to terms with this loss, it said in a statement today. The entire RGR Gleaner family expresses our sympathies to his family and close friends. So
I used to love
Oh
listening to
my
Alan Magnus
God.
and Doreen
right,
Samuel.
Yeah.
so
Lord.
that duo is no longer here. They are on the
No
other
longer
side.
Yeah.
here.
Yes.
Yes.
But they'll
So,
forever be in our memory and our
Yeah.
Yeah.
thoughts.
oh man.
And their
Condolences
their
to the family.
voices, their
Yes.
voices will
Condolences
always
to the
live
family.
on right in here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You hear them in the mornings. You're looking out to turn your radio
Yeah.
on, and
Oh
I used to
yes.
love listening
I
to
used
the
to wake
chit
up
chat. I
mhm.
used to
wake up
love
with
listening to them
Alan
chit chat
Your
and
little
when
Doreen.
Alan
banter
is
in the
leaving and
morning.
Doreen is
Wow.
coming
My
on. Yes.
condolences and
Yes.
our thoughts and prayers, family.
Yes.
Thoughts and
Mhm.
prayers to family and friends.
Yes. So 24
Yeah.
minutes after 11 o'clock, we are winding down. But we just encourage everybody. If you have your money, go enjoy yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't play hate
I wouldn't
people.
have none.
And
Don't
remember to
behave.
put on your sunglasses when you go to Jamaica
Aye, aye, aye.
or any
You're
island
No,
right.
for that
bring your
matter.
sunblock. Bring your sunblock.
The
Yes.
sunglasses, the sunblock,
Max, you're ready.
yes, the hats and the whole 9 yards. You
Yes.
got to
All
show up,
right.
Yes.
show up
That's
right.
it.
Yes. You know, how many know say yeah, nice the amount of foreigners that's blogging about Jamaica. They're
Yeah.
just
Yes,
coming and blogging and staying. I mean, I say, when I enjoy all of that,
Yes.
me need to enjoy that too,
And
because
Yep.
that's
they're
where we
going
come
to some
from.
Just
little
start somewhere.
man, and they're going to some nook
Yes,
and cranny that you don't even know exist.
Yeah.
no,
And they're introducing you to some
yes,
places. So, Jillian,
yeah.
I see you posting up your comments here. I'd like you to subscribe to the channel, like, and share with your friends and the people in your network. So I'll be interviewing Jillian on Monday at 6:30 because Jillian has her NGO or not an NPO, whichever one, and she does work into Ghana. So we'll be talking. She's Jamaican. We're going to talk about what she's doing over there. So looking forward to the conversation, Jillian. Ladies, we always, whatever topics we come up with, we make it work. And work it did this morning. I said to Max when Max first came on, she was admiring the property here. So I have jumped all the way up to property owner. So semi property.
Yeah, I was gonna say something
So
about it
she's
too.
more
It's
than a tour.
gorgeous.
She is property
I know
owner.
it's our vision board. Our vision board. All right.
All right now.
Yes, I'm with you.
Nice.
See, you know what? Yvonne just coming. Good morning. Better late than never. Oh Lord, Yvonne, I love you.
Oh, I dropped something. I
Even
didn't
if you
see
go
one
back
of
and
our
watch.
favorites or one of our usual. Where's Eval?
Oh
Eval
no,
didn't come in this morning.
He's not available. Yes,
Okay.
and couldn't
Okay.
make it.
All right. All
Mhm.
right,
Him
Eval,
can
you missed
catch
the
it
one. Yeah.
later.
Yes, you'll catch
Yeah, you missed the one, my brother.
it. Mhm.
Yeah.
Indeed. But we just want to thank
All right.
everyone for joining us this morning. And, we're coming out with more stuff. So stay tuned.
Very
Yes,
much
and we need
so.
Yes.
we need
A
the
lot of goodies to
subscribers.
come.
Yes.
Yeah,
We have
even
some
better if we
awesome
get more
topics.
subscribers.
Yes, we need
We
you
have
to
some awesome
subscribe.
topics in the back.
Yes, we need you to subscribe. Subscribe, like, comment, share, subscribe, everybody, to Inside the Zone. You have your thing there. Do it. Tap your little
Just
bell
joke it.
there.
Jokey. Jokey.
Do the joke. You know how we talk about the joke. Our people and
Jokey, right?
if
That's all.
if it's not joke, then I go tell you if it's jammy.
Touching.
No,
I can't manage
Oh,
it.
God.
so I am looking forward to having you all back next week. And ladies, you know how we gel already. It was so nice for us to catch up with Jen recently. So
Yeah.
keep her in your
Yes.
prayers. But Jen is okay; she's going through. So when she's ready, she'll be able to come back and join us. But certainly Saturday morning runnings there. And as a matter of fact, last week, he referred to me last week. Lady, do you change your hairstyle?
Okay. Okay.
But of course, we know that, we do reruns. And so
Nothing wrong with that.
we laugh and
And
laugh.
it was a perfect timing one too. It
Yes.
fits right
Then
into
go
that
then go to
day.
tell the difference.
It fit in, right?
Apart, they go to tell the difference. That's a good thing.
No,
When you
man.
can't
No.
tell the difference.
Mm-mm. Right? So, yeah, so we keep the rest in the back office. But anyhow.
Yes.
So thanks to everyone for tuning in, and looking forward to see you next week.
Mm-hmm.
And we will chat up a storm again. And don't be a stranger, those of you who are new. Jillian, I'll see you Monday, and I'll see you on Saturday and going forward. And you just bring everybody over. Share the link that you have with them and ask them
Yes.
to like, to subscribe.
Yes,
and
we're
to
very open
share.
and welcoming. Okay.
Yes. So it will be good. And for those of you who are on, you have a whole heap of story to share. So
Please.
just send me a note. Most of you have my
Yes.
phone
If you have
number.
an idea of a topic,
Mhm.
yeah. If you have an idea of a
Come on.
topic, give it to us.
We'd love to
If we
have
haven't
you.
done it yet.
Right. We'd love to have you join us on the program and share your story. Herman,
Right.
Gritly,
Yes.
Andrea,
Charlesy, Drea,
Vera.
everybody, all
Sharon.
out know,
Sharon.
all
Yeah.
out name. Sharon,
Yes.
Herman
There
is
were
here.
I glimpsed her early, I believe.
Oh, I met
Unbelievable.
Dr. Renee. I have a new doctor, Dr. Renee. She's wonderful.
Oh, Renee.
Herman's
Wonderful.
Renee. Yes.
Mhm.
She's
So
wonderful.
see there now. So we're looking forward. But Herman, I would love you to come. Cause
Definitely.
uh-huh. So
Yeah.
We'll
thank you,
talk about
everybody.
whatever she
All
want to
right.
talk about.
That's been a good
Whatever.
one. Another good one.
Another good one.
All right.
So you all
Blessings
be good,
and love.
ladies, and love, and take it easy.
I got-
We love
All right.
everybody.
Mwah.
Mwah, mwah. We out. We
Me I
out.
got
Well,
eat
good.
me tea now. Me I got eat me tea.
All right.
You
Go
are.
on. She go eat
Eat
our
me tea.
All right.
Take care.
Some people have big dreams of experiencing exquisite dining, breakfast by the beach, and relaxing at that infamous resort on the island where they were born, and they choose to live with their families. As a matter of fact, tourists travel to the island daily and enjoy what they are missing out on. They work hard and pay taxes, yet feel these privileges are for an elite group. It's about time you became a tourist in your own country. As Satideh morning running